Welcome everyone to our weekly call, and today's topic is ease with change for the people now or in the future. Okay, so we did had a brief talk on it, but let's talk now fresh with this phase. What does the word change means to you? Just perceive it in your body. Okay, anything in any area of your life. Pick one area specifically which you're really asking for that change according to this reality. Are you truly ready to have that change?
I'm the only one who's saying.
No, I'm sure others are also, they're just thinking, kitne sari changes rahi hai. Okay, so truth, what does change means to you? If that will happen to you.
Uncomfortable feeling. Sorry, I'm just going to speak because I'm itching to speak right now.
Fair, be yourself.
Making me uncomfortable.
Okay. Anyone else? Vandana, go ahead.
For me, it's scary and exciting at the same time.
Okay. Anyone else would like to say for that specific thing, what you are asking for change? If that will happen, what will happen to you all? Or what is stopping you all?
I want from flickeringness, I want little stability of thought. I'm so flicker-minded. Jaldi.
Sumita, we can't hear you at all. Go slow.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but go slow.
Yeah, I'm saying I just feel like thoda sa I should be thinking straight and so shant बैठूं. 10 times, 15 things together. This I wanted to be channelized properly.
Okay.
Yes, flickerless. Yeah.
Got it. Anyone else? Okay, so whatever all of y'all said, that I would want to slow down the time. I'm fearful. I have the excitement. I want to control it. The point is, y'all are all finding reasons to slow down and control it. The underline is we are all loving to control, and the reason we love to control things because we don't want to trust ourselves. So when you are ready to trust yourself, you can create much more. So the reason we know we require that change because your body or your space of that reality is done. That's how you can ask for more. It's not about saying yes to things or no to things. Because even no will create some change and even a yes will create change. So people sometimes, even I know with time, there are who I recently started realizing with time, like with my few facilitation people on a personal thing, they don't want to do sessions because they say when we have to say all this yes and pod and pop, we know something too much changes. So they're fearing that change will be too much. So I'd rather not choose this. But you're not acknowledging by not even doing that, anyway, a change is happening. Because you're controlling that aspect of your part. So it's like a thing, even if you want to or you don't desire one, something is you're creating. That change creates just crap. Because underline of change is what you're creating in your reality. So we are not saying, oh, every day you have to go and, become a new person. Of course, ideally you can. But if that is too much or that area you're asking in your life, it's too much, ask yourself, break it down. Because what is that ultimately we're asking something from here to here. So of course the leap is too much. So the brain automatically will find all the possibilities because the polarity is so strong from this reality. You will come back here or you'll go in fact even more down. So you have to trick your mind. If you're really asking for that, ask yourself, okay, I don't want to jump today if it's too much for you all. What's the next one step just for today for fun you can take? And be in that. If that is getting uncomfortable, then you really even need to ask, even that one baby step is getting too much, then can I take something else as a change? And is that change even real for you? Or you're making those changes because so-called society expects out of you? Because you're belonging from a certain age, time, or family, and blah, blah, the list goes on. Because the biggest underlying question to everything even comes like, is that change also really going to create for you? Don't ask change because you know what? I have the tools, I can ask questions. Where you are, first you need to acknowledge where you guys all are. The minute you start acknowledging one step, that change has already happened because you're being aware and present with yourself. Because most of us are not even doing that. We're doing it only when something big happens. And we acknowledge in our mind, change means something big. Daily actually is happening. Even if you all don't want to acknowledge it, though when I said it, okay, you don't want to see the big change, but every day some small change is happening. But because the day went such like a mundane, you didn't get present with it, तो पता ही नहीं चला क्या change हुआ. Did you all acknowledge of this reality, a particular day and a time and a whole day went by? It's already changed something. But we'll look for it, oh, it's not a big thing, I didn't create something, and blah, blah, the list goes on from this reality. So acknowledgement of that, and to resonate with that energy, it goes like, you know what, I can't look out for these changes. And if I have to look for a change, something has to be extreme. I'll have to go outside my comfort zone. I'll create that fear, anxiety from all this reality. And then I'll be called the so-called, you know what, I bypassed it. It's like a big energy of I became a winner. I proved it. So the underline, again, the energy starts becoming, this is right and this is wrong. Point is, if it's actually there's no right or wrong, you just have to come from a space of what you're asking for. Because a lot of time people won't even ask a question to prove it that this becomes right and this becomes wrong. So who are you all trying to prove with that change? Because do you really need to prove anything to yourself? You can ask yourself, how can I outcreate myself more? You don't have to prove. Again, the underline is sometimes people say, you know what, I'm not doing competition, because again, competition is again, you can't compete with someone else. It's as simple as, even if I want to be Vandana of this reality or Vandana of being me, it's impossible. It's impossible. Even we could come from same field, same age, blah, blah, everything same. Still, she's she, I am me. And that goes vice versa with all of us here on the pod, or anyone in this world. So when we say that, oh, you know what, he or she is my competitive, which is bullshitting yourself. And when we say we want to compete, you can't even compete with yourself. You can only ask for a better outcreating yourself. So when you outcreate yourself, that's the true change, the true, you are acknowledging. That's the change of you. But we look at change to change something from this reality. You don't have to change anything about you. You have to acknowledge your being. The more you acknowledge, things automatically starts doing that change. We think humko karna hai. We forget again the underlying energy which changes. You have to be to have that. We are looking again from these words, what are the charge of the so-called dictionary meanings? वो होगा तो मैं अपने आप को करूंगी. So we get again locked with these words. It's like we start getting it, but we still don't get it. So subtle, when these words pop up in our reality and when we are looking in our day-to-day to go by it, we forget again, we are underliners, we're giving our power away. We're not trusting what we are asking in our world. So however the big change you all are asking, firstly, be brutally honest. Is it really yours? Is it your ask? Is your body asking for that ask? Or you're just doing it because again, the time, the age factor, or people are expecting out of y'all, or y'all have concluded when that change will happen, then my life will change. First, acknowledge that step. And if it feels uncomfortable in your body or being, then ask, okay, then what's true for me? Ask the body. The answer might just come right now, tomorrow, or by through someone we don't know. But it always does come because it's like you're demanding that in your world. We think, you know what, I asked, I did not get an answer. But the point is, were you really present with yourself? Again, you don't have to ask questions because questions पूछे जा सकते to prove it. Because a lot of time people I know do with time just the clearings or asking questions. Okay, see, I'm trying to prove I did it. And nothing happened. Or you know what, and this is the answer I'm getting. Then ask yourself, truly, you've already concluded this answer and you're just, you know, making it real in this world that these are my questions? Because a true question just pops, it doesn't get formed. The reason, luckily in Access, they give us because they're giving you a base. they are giving you ready-made is from a face of giving you the background कि बेटा आपको कुछ नहीं है तो ये तो है कहीं तो start करो. But when you're really creating a muscle, it's like when you're getting present with yourself and going beyond access, because even some people are not choosing access. It's about really need to get present. आप लोग को चाहिए क्या अपने आप से? Not चाहिए of this reality. The chahiye of like when are you going to learn to acknowledge ourselves to create the joy of your being? Because the minute you're asking for that in your being and trusting that, you just outcreate and change everything in your world. Everything. Because it's like your molecule starts changing from this reality of your body. The molecule automatically starts melting and starts creating a different change. Like the people who do energy pull, what have we been taught? Like I can just give a brief of it because I don't know who's done it or not. When we say turn up the energy, what is that? That's the change you automatically start being. We can do it mechanically, we can ask for it, but when you're being that energy, it's like you're automatically doing that. You are that change. Change is only not just okay, I was today here and today I've reached here. Because again, in that you're making time, that concept, that weather, the month, everything that more relevant of this reality. They play a role. I'm not denying that because we are living in this reality. But the point is, you have to be you and then be a part of this world. We do it ulta. We make the world bigger and we try to be that ant of this world. The choice is yours there. What would you like to be in this world? And it really doesn't matter what age you are, how, what's your background. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What it matters, what are you asking for yourself and your being? It's the commitment of trusting you. When people say how to be me and how to, commit to myself, is as simple as just going like, you know what, I'm going to just go have fun with me daily. Fun always creates. It's the default law of nature. Fun always, I'm not saying doesn't mean कि तुम जाकर party करो और Netflix पूरा दिन देखो. Yes, certain days those are that. Fun is more from a space like, you know what, I can just have it. If it's just feeling lighter in your body, oh, I can take a flight tomorrow to go here, I can do it. As simple as that. That simple energy. Not calculating ticket itne ka aa raha hai, kal fir kharcha, tomorrow mein bas ye paisa banega nahi, because this is when the mind and then we stop that change for ourselves. You know, if you're trusting and you can create, of course, you're seeing others lump sum what's happening, and just ask, will it be fun for me? Will my body create more? If it feels lighter, and yes, please do that. It's like we all start getting it, but we don't like to be that. We are always daily asking, kahin to koi class ya koi tool ya XY sikha de ki, how can I be myself more? But the beauty is only you know yourself the best. You can go to everyone from Gary to anyone or any other modality to all possible temples or gurus, but no one can lead your destiny to the time you don't want to lead it. Destiny takes it over when you are not choosing it. Because you are living in this polarity world. Because most of us love that blame game. I'm from this family, I've done this in past, chalo kuch nahi, if you're so bored, we'll go in the past life. They play a certain role. We have never denied in earlier sessions also, but the point is what is now and future is your choice. So everything all this is bringing up, can we destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, poor and park, all 9 shots, boys, ads and beyond. How's everyone doing so far? What's popping up?
Not got full clarity, but yes, definitely is thinking now.
What is your doubt?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I have a friend who is behind me to get married now. Suddenly out of nowhere, he's finding guys for me, sending me proposals, biodatas of guys and stuff. And suddenly I'm going into a whole chicken zone because so many years been alone, gone through a bad experience. So it's really making me chicken. I don't want to even acknowledge that whole aspect of it, right? I don't even want to think about it. But it's like, why am I denying it? Why am I being so? I don't know. I'm no. I
What's
don't
your
know how to
question
put
here?
it.
I've still not got your question. What are you asking here?
So I'm asking, is it right? Why am I not able to accept this change? Why am I not able to acknowledge it and accept it? It's why am I going into the whole I also don't know what my
Firstly, sorry to say, why is that layperson language? Why will not take you this thing? It's like why like meh like a bakri. So you can sing that song, no one will stop you. But the point is, what are you loving to be in this trauma drama? You want to play the victim zone? If you really
not
not ask,
victim. I just don't want to be in that now accepting somebody types. I'm happy in my space. I don't want anyone
that.
intruding.
So just tell that. Why can't you really stand up for yourself? What will it take for you to stand up for yourself? Instead of going in why ka Gana,
Yeah, precisely. I'm not going into the why thing. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready to let anyone in.
so you just have to be honest or just manipulate it. Okay, I'll reflect on it and everything. But you need to be honest to yourself. If you're being honest here that you're not looking for a partner, just acknowledge that. It doesn't matter what people are getting to you because people will try to get interfering in our life. You can manipulate.
Precisely. Yeah.
If you don't want to tell them directly that, dude, it's not your space, or you don't tell them directly, I'm not looking, that you will be more judged, then just tell things what they can hear and be honest to yourself. And if you know that you're not looking, it's not about the change. You have to acknowledge you're not looking for one. Because we create this, rhythm of, again, I can't get cheated here. Again, I can't go through that. Point is, are you all really telling the world that I've not understood or I've not got the awareness what that new person will or that new job or that new thing will create? You always knew. But we want to go in that thing, what, that couldn't happen to us. And now again will happen. That means again, you all are asking in your world the repeat of pattern. But if you're going to be honest to yourself, you know the awareness. And change doesn't mean that change have to be these again. Change is already that change that you are aware you're not looking for a partner now. From what you've gone through in life, it doesn't make you right or wrong. And it's not a pathar ka lakir ke aaj Zabia ko rishta nahi chahiye. Kal maybe after 1 month, 1 day, she might go like, okay, I'm ready. Acknowledging is already, you're acknowledging your being to a very high degree. That's a big change. When you do that space, you know you've created much more. So it doesn't matter how people can get it or not get it. Again, we go in the space of why aren't people getting that change, what I'm doing or creating. Again, you all are looking for that validation, what when that family or that friend will tell me. So again, we're going in the right or wrong. That means I have not changed because I didn't get a validation. So again, we're giving the power to the world. And we all unknowingly start doing it as facilitators. If we could be a longer facilitators, or my still numbers are not increasing, that means I'm not a good facilitator. So again, it's gone in the games of numbering and about how many people show up. So who are we giving all the power to? To you guys or to the people, whoever, how people are doing that? Again, it goes in the ball game of the validation of this reality. And then we'll say this change did not happen. Did you acknowledge your own change? It's nothing to do with the people outside. It's never been, nor it will be. This is the default, like, the basic laws nature for any area of your life. Any means any area of your life. The minute you're looking for that change, that validation, anything from the outside world, you have given the power of you. And then change will happen, but in the different way. So it's not the changes are not happening. It's just that how you want to have it or how you want the world to create that change for you. Choice is yours. Everything, all that brought up, can be destroyed and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, foreign fuck, all 9 shorts, boys, povads, and beyond. What else? What else is coming up?
Rashi, I have a question. Like,
Hmm.
like you, as you said, change ka, but now people also get ki yes, the fala is changing now. Supposedly, if I'm changing, so wahan pe you mean to say that we should not go for validation and people will perceive. right?
No, again, you're going with the underline कि मैं ऐसे सोच रही हूँ, they definitely will see me that way. Again, the underline is you're still waiting for them to look at you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
energy will never lie. They will still not give you. When it's like coming from the space, you know what? I really don't care. That energy. I
Oh,
trust me and I'm doing this for the fun of me, what I can create in my world. When you really be that energy, that's when we don't know, but it's a saying that, you know what? That's the energy of when you're being, then it doesn't matter if there are 5 people acknowledging you or 500 or even a 0.% people. Because I'm not looking for that thing from you guys. That's the space you all have to come from. Okay, just look at all of your perceive. Just since you all are getting so much about the people's reality with this change, just for 10 seconds, you're the only person in this world. There's no damn soul. Purely you in this planet Earth. That doesn't even mean all the people connecting to you all on the Zoom. Purely, just perceive that energy just for 10 seconds. You're the only soul person in this reality, this whole planet Earth. What happens to all of you? Is it comfortable, discomfort, something else
I'm
popping
so
up?
happy. I'm so
Okay.
happy.
And you can be anything? Or you're feeling
Yeah,
lonely, shit, ye bhi chala gaya, wo bhi chala gaya.
I
Is
can be
it
myself for a change.
okay?
It
So
could
look
be
at
very
that. How
boring,
much? Sorry, Vandana, what did you say?
very boring to be the only person on the earth.
Okay. One is finding boring, one is finding very relaxing that I can be myself. Anyone, anything else here?
Lonely.
Lonely. I will be thinking, Ghana. खाना कहाँ से आएगा? Okay, I heard गाना कहाँ से आएगा? The word is in spell check, man. Okay, okay. Can you all just acknowledge when you're being yourself, even there's nobody, khana kahan se aayega, or someone's getting too happy or bored, how much power you're giving to other things and not acknowledging you can create anything? Even your food will come if you're going to acknowledge it. Because you're part of the nature. Nature will just give you something and you can figure it out. I can go on an extreme topic, but I'm not allowed to talk here because it's a free platform. But you can. I'm just giving you the space at a very small level. And again, look at that energy where you're saying you're getting so bored and where you get so freedom. Point is that loneliness, how much power you've given to people. You all don't have your backs. Then how will you create that change? When you're waiting for people to go and then you'll choose your joy or the happiness, that means again people are controlling you. And some people who saying lonely and bored, that means again people are taking the power of you, that their companionship only matters. आप तो कहीं दोनों वे से नहीं हो. That खुशी वाला भी, गम वाला भी. You all are really playing the कभी खुशी कभी गम का roles in your life. Those are entertainment, guys. And what you all are doing is making in your world. That's why they make so much buck. That's why they are so-called blockbusters people. And we are just find the consciousness this way. Point is, it's on y'all how much are y'all ready to acknowledge you as your being and create whatever you're asking and to change in that level. The minute you're giving people, things, material things, that power, that will create change or that will add, and then I'll acknowledge that has changed for me, then again, you know what y'all have created. It doesn't make you wrong. Again, I'm sorry that, if anyone's getting offended about it, like, I'm living in this world and she's just giving me bhashan and hota nahi hai, then it's okay. It doesn't mean I'm not coming here to justify this is right or wrong, but then you acknowledge that that's exactly what you guys will all create from. So there's no right or wrong. So I'm requesting again and again, when you all are doing clearing or even just when you are getting present, be that true energy of your being. And nahi sawal question ban raha, it's okay. Just in that space also just say, who does it belong to, or just pot and pop that energy, because sometimes things don't have words. We are tuned to go everything from this mind and make it real. That's the polarity of this world. I know it takes a lot of muscle, but it's the same thing. Just a gym jate ho, dheere dheere banta hai. The more you keep doing it, that's how the muscle gets created. And the minute when you're asking for more of you, you know the hurdles will come because you are programmed to believe from this reality, hard work se aata hai, or it doesn't work for me. Again, be present that time when you're doing all that. Who are you being that time? The reason you all are not choosing more is because you know you'll outcreate it more. You'll change at a very deeper level. So the other persons will never care because it's your journey. The reason is we want to play it small daily. We love playing it small. It's not that today you can't receive that money, you can't have that relationship, you can't have it. It's never about the people, it's about your receiving. Because you know that receiving will change something bigger in your world. So we rather go crying, rona dona daily and keep showing we are doing things, but are you already doing it? More than doing it, sorry, are you being it? So that you'll not be, it's just a talk in the air, in simple words. Go ahead, Vandana.
So when you talk about receiving, and of course in Access, receiving is a big thing. How does one even know whether what is our energy level of receiving? I think I'm very receptive, and I'm like willing to receive everything the universe has to give me, good, bad, and ugly. But if I'm not seeing change, the change I'm asking for, there is something in my receiving that I'm blocking.
That's right.
How do I change that?
You just need to get present. And when you're asking for those changes, you need to be even brutally honest. Do you really desire those changes for now or they're for future? And even are they yours? Receiving doesn't mean that, you know what, universe, मेरे पे कुछ फेंक देना, I'll be okay. मेरे को भले सीढ़ी से भी गिरा देना या मेरे को सीढ़ी के ऊपर भी चढ़ा देना. It's not that. These are just fact words. Being that energy of receiving is like, you're really ready to receive everyone's judgment. Are you really be okay? What's happening next to you is if your family is not there today, blah, blah, everything. Are you really ready to let go of your resistance to this reality? Receiving is a very, very deep level. And it could be, you could have cleared at certain levels. No one is denying all that. But you need to ask, okay, what is my capacity of receiving every day? What will it take to get more and more the percentage higher? So it's not like, finish line for anything.
So can I just keep asking, what would it take for me to receive more? How can I be more receiving in my energy? Can
I increase today 10% more of my receiving at every level? What will it take for me to be that? Play with your words. What works with you? I can give you the base thing, but you need to be brutally honest when you're saying that. Does it resonate with you? Because I can even give you a proper sentence of the right English of this reality. But if it doesn't resonate with you, bolne ka matlab kya? Ye mantra thodi hai. And it's okay if that percentage or that feeling is not coming in your being. It doesn't make you wrong. Because what we start doing, nahi karne lag jata, to that change ho jayega. We need to acknowledge it's okay. Maybe not for now. Maybe after a few days or months. Maybe something else I need to receive before I receive that space. It's like, agar main aapko bolu, I mean, I don't know how good you are at cook. I'm just giving you a very basic example. Agar main aapko bolu ki, what ekdam extreme level ka, as a 5-star level ka, meko pura khana akele banakar do, jisko basic bhi nahi aata hoga, usse how can I tell ki meko, I'm ready to go and make that level ka food and give you. Point is, उसका पहले basic साफ हो जाए, फिर थोड़ा एक upper level के restaurant का level बन जाए, then he can be the missionary chef of this reality. Right? Again, then it becomes a choice. Do you really want to become, or you're just making that tag of being a missionary chef the main thing? Because उनको honor किया जाता है इस reality में. And I gave you a very basic example, but I hope you got the gist of it.
Understood.
Yeah, Jazz. Jazz, you can unmute.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So I have the opposite problem as Zabiha before when she said she's not ready for a relationship. I so am. I'm seeking, a vibrationally compatible match. So I keep on asking that question, like, what would it take for me to find, that person? But the guys that I come across, they are all looking for physical relationships only, which is not what I seek. So, I mean,
So ask yourself, what is your judgment about that? It doesn't make them, because the minute you go but, that means you already lost the energy what you're asking for. Because till long you'll not be honest, because what are we judging is, I'm looking for companion, but my guy has to be this. So you already
Yes.
concluded. There's no question. They are not some box of this reality, how it's been programmed from this reality. They are human. So if it doesn't work, but what we do is, the more you judge something, you'll attract that more for time being. So you have to be it's an interesting point of view. Because you're coming from a space, you know what, I'm ready, but you better come in these boxes. I'll take you then. Sorry,
Well, yeah.
I to say that it doesn't happen that way.
Because
And
the
it goes
same
for the
repeated
opposite people
happens.
also. Sorry?
Yeah, it's like the face keeps on
But you know,
changing,
I
you
used
know?
to go through the same thing. Then I said, I don't want a guy only now.
No, so again, y'all are judging men are extreme or men are this way or the women are this way. Again, y'all are making this reality again real. When you're truly asking for it, you need to be open to all possibilities. And then you have to ask, what is my underlying? And who will decide that, you know, when people are having fling, they are the right people or they are this way and X, Y, Z. Y'all are judging. So when you have so much judgment, you're going to stop your receiving. It doesn't
So
make
is
them
that
right or wrong.
so is that like the reason why, you know, it's like the faces keep on changing, but those same
Exactly.
damn
So
traits
you,
keep on
yeah.
repeating?
Yes, you have to be honest to yourself. What's the underline here? You need to go more deeper. What do you truly desire? Do you even desire a partner, or you want to keep proving that all men are F in this reality? Or all women are F, like how men want to go about it? Because point is, you need to all get honest. What are you truly desiring? And do you all really want a relationship? Or do you all really just want to have a fling of this reality for time being? It doesn't make you right or wrong. At least start with one change. The point is, we are not being present. What we are asking, we are going from one step to an extreme step. Between ka rasta kaun sun karega? That will never come only. I'll be very honest. And for some time, for some people, it can even come, but they'll come as a fag of it to give you another button of reality, something which is not clear. Because relationship is not the relationship of this reality. You have to come from a creatorship. Anyway, that's a different topic again to go by it. But that change you can only receive when you're truly acknowledging what you're really asking. When you're underlining and creating those changes, that's not the way to create any area of your life. It's not for the people, because there are so many people right now who are married here. It doesn't mean they've chosen right or wrong, but you can look at this in any area of your life. For whatever that change so-called y'all are asking for, get brutally honest. Wherever that underline for that change y'all are judging yourself or others, it means you are not ready to have that. First, clear that space, get present, what is more coming, and then create that change from there.
So be the iPod basically, if a guy with the same patterns come again, rather than judge them, just be like, interesting point of view that they desire XYZ versus.
And what is with me that I'm judging them so much? Because you're judging from this society that men are like that.
Yeah.
So either you have to get present from both the aspect of it. You have to see all the facets in short. And clear that energy. And it's okay. Don't judge like, oh, like, you know, F, like I'm thinking so much this way. No, it's just that we have been clogged with this reality, how to see things. So you don't have to judge and beat yourself. You just have to get present. Okay, I was doing that. And you never know what will start showing up. Again, it's not from a conclusion. If I'll clear this, then I'll receive a partner. That means, again, you are not being present. What's your true, really desire of this reality?
Got it. Oh, by the way, like your last call or the call before, we were talking about being late, and I was saying that I get like anxiety and guilt and shame and blah 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 when I'm late. And you said, you were like, fuck it, like just like tell people what they want to hear, but like your body will get you there when it's supposed to get you there. So I had a party on Sunday. I mean, I was 1 hour late. Exactly. I planned to be there at 2, but whatever it is. I got there at 3 o'clock and I just walked in as if I owned the party. I didn't say sorry to anybody. I was just like, I'm here. And it was not an energy I'm used to, because I'm always like, maaf kar do, mujhe maaf kar do. I'm just going into this shame for the first 30 minutes. I'm like, maaf kar do, maaf kar do. And I'll cook up stories, but I didn't cook up any stories. I just walked in and said, here's my dish, whatever, I'm here. So
Lovely.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for using that. And on that note, we're going to stop today. So thank you guys.